Good morning, Nepal. Good morning, India, and everybody watching us in South Asia and also in Dubai, the Middle East. And yes, we are continuing our journey to support you in regards to your study plans in the UK or any other countries like the US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and I know situation is not so good to talk about a lot of countries at the moment because some of the countries are suffering very badly, like our country, Nepal, as well as our very close neighbor, India, as we see, lots of worsening situation there. But we pray with the God that things will be controlled over the days to come. And our we feel very sorry about the situation in Nepal, in India, and we share our gratitude. And our hope to the people of Nepal and India, as myself being Nepali, and our guest today, Mr. Bhanu Kausik, who is very active in the industry and has helped a lot of people, a lot of people, I would say, because he's been doing this business for many years now and has already helped thousands of students from our region, and they have already started their career globally. So I would say his contribution towards the newer generation and a new workforce has contributed a lot to the economies of any country. Thanks, Manu sir. I would like to welcome you with great fullness that you have been doing to this market, and I would like to welcome you to this special show about informing our potential students and their parents and anybody who would like to know about your university, the University of Hertfordshire, which is very close to central London, just 25 minutes, and a lot of programs that are, highly rated as top programs. And of course, don't want to forget to mention that your higher employability that matters a lot to our students who would be getting the jobs as the top priority to start their career. Welcome to this show, Banu sir.
Thank you, Pawan, for inviting me and my colleagues at Bradford Global as well. It's always a pleasure coming down to your show. I think we've been doing this for now some time, but I
Mhm.
think that now the time is more important that we address some of the concerns of the students because uh, amidst all the negativity around, I
Mhm.
would say I think the most important thing is that how do we remain positive mentally and keep moving forward and help all our students who are planning to study abroad and are looking for global career. So thank you once again for inviting me and for such a lovely introduction. I'm looking forward to chatting up with you more now. Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely, and your energy definitely helps us a lot. And during this difficult time as well, I know all of us have suffered a lot already, and then now suffering as well. And we can't, expect the same situation in coming months. This going this way, but good news is I even see some of the good news, coming in the Pfizer company, which is one of the vaccine maker, I would say first vaccine maker in the world. They have announced that they are also developing a capsule, a pill that might help the coronavirus patient. I mean, who already catch the virus. That might help us as well. So prayers to the God, the good things come along over the months, or years to come.
Mm.
But absolutely, we need to do our job. We need to help our students, the future, career makers, and the economy generators. Of course, that would be the pillars of our countries, the world as a whole. And thanks to all your contribution once again, and your support to Bradford Global. Team Bradford is very happy to work with you, and for all the support. And even during this time, our students have already processed their offers with your university, very esteemed university, a gold rated TEF, excellent, a teaching excellence framework category university among very few universities in the UK. And today, it gives me a very good feeling that we're going to talk about a few important things that our students should know about before they start their processing with anybody for their study plans in the UK. So, Banu sir, as a quick note, what would you highlight as the uh, things, the top things, the main things the students should know before choosing a program or a university in the UK?
Well, that's a very interesting question, and I think that's the main question, and that forms the basis of every decision that we plan to take. So I think if you're planning to choose to go, or if you're planning to go abroad and trying to choose a course, I think the first and foremost thing that the student should look at is the course that he or she is interested in, right? So because the course that you pick up will lead you to the particular direction where you want to go and what kind of career you're looking for. So, for example, if you're looking for IT, if you're looking for cybersecurity, if you're looking for automotive, if you're looking for engineering, if you're looking for healthcare programs, I think first interest is that students should look at the area that they're interested in. Then the second, it's like a funnel. So first you choose your course, then you choose where this course is available best. And I'm sure you will figure out that amongst all the countries offering these kinds of course options, UK stands out, in a much more better way because of various reasons. It's one of the top 6 economies in the world, and recently Goldman Sachs has, as predicted that UK economy will do even better than the US economy in
100%.
terms of
Yeah,
growth.
I read that.
So that's a very that's a very good option for choosing UK, and UK
Mhm,
is more welcoming. It's not just for quality. I think it's also now a safer destination because I think majority of the more than 50% of the UK population have been vaccinated, and it's becoming a more safe to go and be there. So from safety point of view, it's important. So when you choose a destination, then you look at where all your courses are offered. So you
mhm,
choose which universities where the courses are offered. Now you can choose these universities based on their location. In the current pandemic situation, I think I put like in our previous chats as well, I put a lot of emphasis on location. Everything in a university can change, but I think one thing will remain constant is location where it is located. So,
mhm,
and in order to improve your employability prospects, it's always better and prudent to place yourself in a place which is surrounded by more jobs and opportunities. So
mhm,
naturally, so if somebody is from Chitwan, that's a nice place, or somebody is
mhm,
from Pokhara, it's a nice place. But we
mhm,
all know that in Kathmandu is the hub of jobs in Nepal. So
mhm,
similarly, we have to take that sort of an approach in finding a location where we find where are the top industry where it can be very easy without spending much cost. I can place myself. So location could be one option, number one.
mhm, mhm,
Number second option, in my opinion, could be the price, because in the current pandemic situation, the situation in some of the developing countries financially can be very volatile. So we might not know the investment that we are putting in, what kind of result it may throw up in the future. So
mhm,
it will be better, prudent to look at the university in terms of pricing. So it should not be too expensive, in my opinion, or it should not be too low. But a reasonably good price university will should suit your bill.
mhm,
Third is the quality of education. I'm sure nobody would like to compromise with the quality of education. In the
mhm,
UK, you have either RAE rating or a TEF rating. Ratings are available where you can actually select a university based on your course level, and based on that, you will find you can choose quality. Fourth, you can also look at the infrastructure support that the university provide, the safety measures, what kind of arrangement that the university is providing when you arrive. How are the arrangements what are the arrangement that they're making? What kind of benefits that they can offer you? What kind of scholarships that they can offer you to sustain? And last and not the least, what are the measures that they're taking up to address employability post course
mhm,
completion?
mhm,
Based on these factors, if you choose, I'm sure University of Hertfordshire will not let you down and will fit all the bills that you're looking forward.
Absolutely, I completely agree with you, and it's always been like our great privilege, to refer our students from Nepal and India as well to your university, the University of Hertfordshire. Of course, for those salient features, it's not like just like a marketing gimmicks, but you can see for yourself, you can experience for yourself as well as an international student or any professionals who want to go see the university, or at least go. Read the articles, the research and the awards, everything that you have just mentioned about the university. And yes, you're right. It must be worth it, what you are achieving, and for what you are paying for, and of course what careers you are moving to, and where you are actually starting at. So all the location, the degrees, the recognition, the value, the job perspective, and its history as well, and of course the category like gold rating, that are of of very, I think, among a very few universities in the UK, you have that combination in one university. So I feel glad to share with our dear viewers and their parents that University of Hertfordshire is a gold rated and a golden university, I would say.
Yeah,
So
I joke around with students and tell them, some
uh
students say, I want that kind of, and I like this actress, I like that actress, I like that actress. I say Hertfordshire is a mix of all the beautiful things and put together in in one body, and it's there.
yeah, it's a
So we've
combo.
got combination.
After,
Yeah, it's a combo.
all right. Yeah.
Yeah,
With that said, I would like to just share our little tribute to Prince Philip, who died on the 9th of this month, April. And of
yeah,
course, it's a very sad moment for everybody in the UK and in the whole world, because Prince Philip was known for his, greater uh, contribution to peace in the world, and several, several developments, and then those kind of friendly characteristics among the people from various background across the globe. So we pay the tribute to His Royal Highness Prince Philip. Yeah,
yeah. So
and
we have a.
please
Sorry to interrupt. Like
go ahead, please.
we have a history with Prince Philip as well,
All right.
because he
Mhm.
inaugurated our science building long back, and now few years back as well, he came to our campus and inaugurated
Wow.
our newly refurbished science building as well. So
Wow.
have an association with him. So our tributes to him as well. He's a great man. He was a great supporter of science, technology, and
Mhm.
education. So
Mhm.
so that's a great tribute from your side as well. Thank you.
Thank you for giving us those information, those contribution. His Royal Highness Prince Philip had made towards the science and technology field as well. Yeah, dear viewers, we are now with our special guest today, Mr. Vanu Kaushik, who is the director of for Nepal, India, UAE, for the University of Hertfordshire, a gold rating university in the UK, which is very popular not just among Nepalese or South Asian students, among 100 plus countries, students who come to the UK and uh, carry their special values and like a lifetime experience achievement back home, and towards their career, career places, or they often talk about those good times they had at the University of Hertfordshire. All right, we just want to show you a quick video about the University of Hertfordshire, so it will give you more insight about the university, and we'll be back right after that. All right, don't you go anywhere, and Banu sir would be talking more about your credibility interview tips as well, and also about the programs at Hertfordshire, and the fee structure, of course, some scholarship opportunities as well. All right, so let me play that right now.
Welcome to the University of Hertfordshire. My name's Bella and I'm here to give you a whistle-stop tour of our beautiful green campuses and industry-standard award-winning facilities. Our two main campuses are just 15 minutes apart and have everything you need for a great university experience, including over 4,000 rooms in our on-site accommodation, sport and activities for all interests and abilities, and unforgettable nights out in our bars and campus pub. And of course, not forgetting our incredible specialist teaching facilities. Getting to Hearts is easy, and living here is even better. Based in the historic town of Hatfield, you'll have restaurants, retail, a cinema, and supermarkets just a short walk from campus. And when you want to venture further into the surrounding areas, St Albans, Hertford, Watford, and other towns in Hertfordshire offer a huge range of shops, nightlife, leisure activities, green spaces, and culture. Oh, and did I mention that London is just 25 minutes away by train? So whether you're coming out of the capital or want to explore all that London has to offer, Hearts really is the best of both worlds. Things on campus might look a little different right now, but we're committed to keeping our community safe. Your health and well-being is our top priority. So with that, let's take a look around. On each of our campuses, you'll find our Learning Resources Centres, or LRCs for short. They're basically massive libraries, open 24/7, 365 days a year, and give you access to an incredible array of books, specialist software, and electronic resources. There's tons of informal study spaces, silent study areas, and over 1,200 PCs and Macs on each campus. Outside of our LRCs, you'll find more informal study spaces in our social areas, such as Hutton Hub. Hutton Hub is home to the Hertfordshire Students' Union, our on-site medical centre, and services such as support and wellbeing and careers and employment. This year, we've added revamped student service hubs to each of our campuses, so you can get the support you need in person or online. So whether you're in, there's always space to grab a coffee and a croissant and get to work, or just take a break and people watch. Let's talk about sport. It's no exaggeration to say that we're renowned for our sport and exercise opportunities. Whether you're a pro, want to represent the uni, keep up your gym addiction, or just have a kickabout after class, our Heart Squad program covers it all. And our free active student sessions offer a huge range of sports and activities for you to try, even if it's for the first time. Right now, we're offering these sessions in person across campus and virtually. So however you do it, join the squad and find your fit. Last but not least, our on-campus entertainment venue, the Forum Hertfordshire, is undergoing redevelopment whilst it's closed, increasing the capacity of our two bars and getting ready to welcome you to Hearts in 2021. And right next door, you'll find our campus pub, the Ellie House, serving your favourite drinks and proper pub grub. Over the last 10 years, we've invested heavily in our campuses, ensuring you'll receive gold-rated teaching in industry-standard facilities, whatever your subject. For example, our state-of-the-art science building is packed with high-specification labs and supported by a range of realistic simulation suites, making sure you're ready for your career in the health professions from day one. Our award-winning campus-based law court is famous in its own right, with both Max Branning and Doc Cotton in the dock in scenes filmed for EastEnders. Our site at Bayfordbury houses one of the largest teaching observatories in the UK, and our brand new £500,000 live soundstage uses the same kit as some of the best of music venues in the world. So the only thing left to decide is whether to live on campus or commute. With trains direct from London King's Cross, easy access by car via the M25 and the A1M, and even our own bus company serving Hertfordshire and North London, we're ideally situated for those who want to travel in. If you choose to live on campus, you'll be a short walk away from all of our amazing facilities. You can opt to stay in our award-winning accommodation on College Lane, and we'll even guarantee you a room for your first year. I wish you all the best of luck in your studies, and I can't wait to welcome you to Hearts in September.
All right, that was about the University of Hertfordshire. Of course, you have seen this virtually now, and the very beautiful campus and state of the art buildings like science building, engineering, and you could see students, like enjoying the food, as well as the gymnasium, plus many other sports facilities. Of course, the easy access to the university from and to big cities, and like mostly the best part is like central London, just 20 minutes away from the campus, and it's a very nice campus. So I have got
Right.
more information from our guest today. Please, I would like to
Yeah.
hear from you, please.
Yeah, I think that was that video has summed up everything in a very beautiful way. Thank you for
Hmm.
playing that one. I think the best thing is to start with. If I can give you a little brief about University of Hertfordshire history. So I tell people that if they sit in a plane and come to Hertfordshire, they or they come to the UK, they must thank University of Hertfordshire. The world's
Mm.
first passenger jet plane, the Comet, was
Wow.
developed by a company called de Havilland, and
Oh.
we are part of the de Havilland campus legacy. And
Hmm.
so in a way, so if you're coming down sitting in a plane traveling somewhere, you must thank kind of de
University of
Havilland company, which
Hertfordshire.
is like, but yeah, so we are on de Havilland campus. So you can see the kind of history and legacy that we have. We started as an engineering school, but then we developed in various other streams. So we are proud of our engineering school. We are one of the oldest computer science school in the UK. I think we started in 1960. So it's difficult to imagine calculators in 1960, but we started with computer science. So
Wow.
anybody who's interested in artificial intelligence, robotics, data science, computer networking, or you name a thing, you probably on the planet and computers or IT. I think we run it both at PG and UG level. We also have a beautiful business school. One of the again, our business school is one of the most experienced and one of the largest in the country, with
Hmm.
over, I think we started in 1962, and with all the accreditations possible are tagged to our business school as well. We offer programs at undergraduate level and postgraduate level, with placements option as well, with a placement year option as well, and at a
Hmm.
very reasonable price. And they can also learn a language free if they're studying with us. Then we are in the middle of the pharmaceutical sector in the UK. So most of the pharmaceutical industries are in and around the university as well, which makes us one of the top universities for pharmaceutical sciences in the UK, health sciences, and medical sciences in the UK as well. So if you're interested, then they can also come up and do these programs with us. Then, other than that, we also have programs in hardcore engineering like automotive, mechanical, electronics. You name a thing, we probably running at a postgraduate and undergraduate level. Postgraduate, we offer engineering programs for 18 months as well, with no additional fee. They just have to pay 1 year fee, whether the program is 1 year or 18 months. That's there. Then we are also world's top three school for filmmaking in the world, according to the Rookies ranking recently. Harry Potter movie was shot in Hertfordshire in a place called Watford,
Wow. Wonderful.
so which is around 15 minutes from the university. So
Wow.
we like a big Hollywood kind of in the UK, where loads of film studios are in and around
With
us.
the studio itself,
So
yeah.
yeah, so we are top. We are number one in the world as well for animation and games design. Again,
Mhm.
as per the Rookies ranking, and in the past, some of our students have also won Oscars for the work that they've done in creative art and creative industry as well. So if you're into creative industry, then again, it's a great place to be. We also offer programs in law. There's and other programs in politics, journalism. It's very. I get maximum number of queries for international relations,
Mhm.
journalism from Nepal.
Yeah.
So I just thought it's worth mentioning that these are good courses that we offer with a placement here and an advanced research option at the postgraduate level to Nepalese students. So pretty good programs and with good career prospects. Other than that, then we also offer programs in mathematics, in physics and astrophysics as well. So these are some of the good combinations that we offer at a reasonable price at the university. Uh, And in the video, they say, you've seen that our location, we're just 25 minutes from central London. To give you another brief how to reach, is that you start from King Cross station. King Cross is central London.
Mhm.
You take a
Mhm.
train. That train will cross an important football stadium, which I'm sure everybody is aware of in Nepal. It's called Arsenal Emirates Stadium. I know a lot of
Mhm.
people might not be big fan of Arsenal, but those who are, good for you. But those
Right.
who are like me might not be a big fan of Arsenal, but then still support them. But then
Yeah, I know
uh,
Balusari is a good fan of like Liverpool for years.
yeah, that's true. But they are
Yeah,
not
my
doing so
favorite
well
team
this
too.
year.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
then you cross that, and then you reach Hatfield, which is the university town.
Uh-huh.
We also run our own local bus services, which takes you in and around the town and also a bit out of town. It's called
Mhm.
the Uno Bus Services, which is run
Oh
and
yeah.
managed by the university. Very few universities have that kind of option. The other thing which is worth mentioning about Hertfordshire is also the accommodation. In the current situation, parents are more worried. They ask where will the student will go and live, and will it be safe, and how's the community in and around. So
Mhm.
Hertfordshire, we are very proud of our accommodation setup. I think we might be one of the largest in the UK with over 4,800 rooms available on campus. So that means there's always around 7 to 8,000 students living on campus all the time. So it's a very buzzing campus all the time with loads of fun and activity. So if you are an international student from Nepal or India or UAE, and if you're planning to stay on campus and you're worried where will you stay, don't worry. We guarantee a spot for you when you arrive. We also support students for off-campus accommodation as well. If you think on campus is too expensive at times, which I agree could be slightly expensive, but not too much. But
Mhm.
if you want an off campus accommodation, you can feel free to give us a shout, and we will be more than happy to assist you with private accommodation as well. The difference between the private accommodation cost and the university accommodation cost, in my opinion, would be somewhere close to, I would say, around 80 to 150 pounds to 200 pounds a month.
Okay.
That would
Mhm.
be depending on the kind of location. Now, a lot of
Mhm.
people would come back and say, I might use this money and go to Paris on a weekend because there's a airport nearby called London Luton Airport. So they
Mm.
can take a flight from there and go there. Or say somebody would say, I'll go to Barcelona on New Year,
Wow.
or somebody would say, I'm going to Dublin on a New Year, or I'll take a road trip to Scotland. So
Yeah,
you may use that. If I'm you, I would do that as well.
that
So
would be a
so
surplus trip,
yeah,
like while you are a student in the UK, like going to
yeah, life is incomplete if you don't travel, and especially when
I
you're a
completely agree.
student. And yeah, if you're a student and you're in the UK and studying, and you're there for an international exposure. So international exposure, you would get international exposure to academics in classrooms, but
Mhm.
then the real international exposure is when you move out as well. And we arrange load of these trips as well for students. They also do it themselves, but then we
Mhm.
also arrange loads of fun activities for them. Now I'm coming down to the most important part as well on the career support. So a lot of
Yep.
people ask us that what kind of scholarships are you giving this year, because pandemic is still not looking that
Um,
it was going to be going. So what kind of additional scholarship? So the university is thinking about what to do, what not to do. We offer some scholarships, but then at the same time, the question that we are asking to ourselves, and we are asking to students as well, that do you need some cash in your pocket right away, or do you want me to use this cash that you spend to us, you give it to us, and spend them judiciously on on supporting your academics, using and give you better infrastructure when you come and arrive. And most importantly, should we spend a bit of this money as well to improve our employability support post you post course completion? So I think the university, most of the student overwhelmingly has mentioned that they would like to have more support for placements and internships option or employability support post course completion, or during the course, then rather than having, I give them 500 or 1,000 pound as a scholarship. What you spent 10 years back, you don't remember it today. So what you
no.
spend today you will not remember it after 10 days. But what is more important is that how do we support you with the kind of the money that you spend to the university is spent on three things: your academic support, your infrastructure support that you use to support your academics, and third is post course completion. When you finish a course, the kind of career prospects that you're looking forward to. So if we have a team of, let's say, x number of people, we are planning to do it by 2x, so that when they come down they should not face much problems in finding opportunities. So the universities has those kinds of plans as well for employability for students from Nepal and India as well when they come and join us the session. So in short, as I said, and my colleague Pawan has said it many times, that we are a good combination of not a very reasonable, not a very high cost university, but with excellent quality of education, with great employability options, with excellent quality and great locations. I think put in all the 4 or 5 combination, we are a good combo for all our South Asian students.
Absolutely, that was very extended, like a briefing about everything that we just got to see on the video. And yes, like we needed that explanation pretty well. I think you explained it pretty well, and that really supports us, in mentioning the features, like the reasons why we need to choose the University of Hertfordshire when we are counseling our students who are interested. Very increasing interest among our Nepalese students about Hertfordshire is that, like, they have found this university not just like in London. Let's say literally it's in London, as you know, like it's just zoning difference, I guess. So like 20-25 minutes to central London, it's like very close. That means like you can still enjoy the city life. Second, your tuition structure is not that expensive. I mean, very average. Like even though you have highly rated programs, like you mentioned, being the first one in history for those uh, I would say like aeronautical programs, and the first, like
Computer science.
yeah, yeah. Uh, those computer science, like in cities, when we often I think we never heard about like computer science or computer engineering before we had something as shared by other pioneers in the 80s, as I believe. So that means you are already a pioneer as a university starting that program in 1960s. So that's the great thing about, and not just those two program, like equally those engineering program, even nursing. Uh, you just mentioned about the filming and those animation program. So those are like world's top programs. And our viewers might be a little confused, like why would you talk everything very like popular and yet like number one in the world at this university? But this is the truth, and we're not just picking one or two award for these programs, but the whole world has come to the university and they know about it. So that's the truth that we are sharing proudly as your approved agent as well. And of course, you have said that loud and clear as well. So it would always be a privilege as an international student to achieve a degree from such a university. So thanks for highlighting this even more clearly to our students. All right.
Thank you.
About the scholarship, yes, I understand. Like there is not so much like thousands of scholarship offer for any universities in the UK that I know. Only few would say like okay, some hundreds or some thousands, but I would see like your programs, they are not expensive. If you talk about the ranking, the recognition of the degree, yet your fees are not that high, and you are still offering some discount, like I'm popping up on the screen, like £1,000 for early bird discount. Like if you pay initial deposit by 31st May, like in a month time, then you still get 1,000. So why is that like less tuition yet highly recognized degrees, which we love it, of course, to share with the students? So what do you think, those costs are not going up and you are not among those Russell Group universities having expensive
Asking for more money.
yep.
Yeah, yeah. So good question, and I think the situation is like that, and that we do not want our students to get overburdened with the cost to complete their education, when they come and study with us in the UK. So we have done a good active research in finding out, what is the current situation, and looking at their interest in mind. The university has not increased their fee this year too much. It's a
Hmm.
very marginal increase. Number one. Number two, we've also announced some good initiative like the early bird discounts in some of our programs, especially UG and post graduation. The idea is to give them a bit of a more support from whatever we can.
Hmm.
Even a penny would count, for many families. So looking at everything on those fronts, we have announced these kinds of initiative to support our students from South Asia, and we're getting a good response as well from the students, and they're thanking us as well for giving them this kind of an opportunity. The other thing is that why we have kept a deadline is because of our popularity in the region. Most of our programs get filled up very quickly,
Hmm.
and you've seen that in the past sessions as well. And so that's the reason we thought that some of the deserving students should not be left out because of this. So we've kept a deadline for those so that they can catch us up during these deadlines. They can pay a deposit. The process is simple. Go to my colleagues in Kathmandu, Bradford Global, make an application, secure an offer letter, arrange your finances, and pay a small deposit of £5,000 to block your seat. Once you do that, you will automatically get a £1,000 as a early bird discount. If you are for a non-placement post-graduation program, or you're not on an MBA program, or you're not on a life and medical science program. Other than that, any program with a standard fee, you're eligible for this kind of a scholarship. And we've got good number of students from your office for these programs.
Yep.
Why the question is that why we are not paying it to the others,
Mhm.
to other programs. We did that, and the deadline for those programs got over by 9th of April, and unfortunately, so we were not able to extend it. But the good thing is that if you compare our fee for our 2 years program at the postgraduate level that we offer with placement option, we don't charge the second year fee for some of these programs.
Wow.
And our fees, if you compare with some of the other universities in the UK and across the globe, you will find that we are very reasonably priced. In fact, in some programs, like for example, a lot of Nepalese students, I see them, they go to India to do an MBA program. Our MBA program is cheaper than studying at some of the Indian universities as well.
Mhm.
So looking at that, I think we've got a very reasonable price for those programs. But in certain programs, we've even given slightly more because the department has allowed them. So I think this is an opportunity for them to make use of it. So keep your deadline as 31st of May to make a deposit. Thereafter, once you make a deposit, we will do a small credibility interview. Let me also take this opportunity to address what is a credibility interview.
Sure. Yep.
A credibility, all of you do not have to be very scared of credibility interview.
Hmm.
If you're a genuine student, you have to worry 0% about it.
Hmm.
It's not. UK is always looking for talented people. They say that we want the brightest and the best in their country. And the
Hmm.
definition of the brightest and the best is is that you are a sincere person. You have researched about your program, that what you want to do. You're not somebody who's just putting his hands in his pocket and walking, taking a plane, landing up in the UK and saying, "Where am I going?" It's not like that. So you need to be a well-researched student. You do your research, which you all do. So, and then based on that, what course that you're planning to do, we will find out, simple questions that, why do you want to do this course? How this course will help you out in future? Why have you selected to study in the UK? So a bit of a research on that, and then also why this particular university, in this case, University of Hertfordshire. So like me and Pawan have been giving you loads of reasons about why to choose Hertfordshire. So the best way to find out and also prepare a credibility interview is if I'm you, I will make a comparison analysis table. In that comparison analysis table, I will write some of the top factors which are influencing my decision making. So these factors could be quality of education, could be pricing, could be
Hmm.
location, the strength of the department, the employability, and the infrastructure, and a bit of knowledge about the university. So make a comparison table about all the universities that you've selected, alongside with the help of your academic advisor at Bradford Global. They will also sit down with you. It's always better to take advice and discuss whether this option is good or not. And so you always have these kinds of help available to you. So make a comparison and then choose a university. If you have followed this kind of a process, credibility is like a cakewalk for you. Credibility interview, be it with us or be it with the High Commission. And High Commission, not all students get credibility interview done. They randomly sample pick few students and they do that. But as an international student, you should not take any risk. You should prepare yourself well for it. You should do your research and find out all those things. And it's just a simple question. The one who's taking your interview is also a human being.
Hmm.
His main intention is to find out, is not to reject you, is to find out whether you have done adequate research or not. The
Yep.
moment you prove that you have adequate research, you're fine. The other thing that they look at is your language skill, how you speak, how are you able to understand the questions clearly, on and you're able to answer those questions clearly. So if I'm asking you what's your name and you say I live in Kathmandu, that
Hmm.
doesn't it means that you've not understood my question well. So at times a lot of people get really nervous and they start saying something else. So don't be nervous and just listen to the question carefully and answer that question. If you do that, most of the students get their interview cleared very quickly. We are maintaining a very high visa success rate at the moment, because that we do a credibility interview and take the university credibility interview questions as a preparation for the main interview. Don't think that the university is there to reject you during the credibility interview. Take this as a mock session for the main interview session if you get any. But at the University of Hertfordshire, our interviews are straightforward. You already, most of the students, we provide you a guide as well before we do the interview about what kind of how you should be prepared. You should be in a room where there should be nobody else, with good internet connection, and there should be a small interview. And then we will ask you these simple questions which will be focusing on your past academic. We will be focusing on what you are planning to do in the UK. We will be focusing on why you're choosing on you, why you're coming and study at us. We will be asking you question on why you're choosing UK as a destination. Then we will be also asking you a bit about your financial arrangement, whether you are able to manage your course and your living in the UK without putting any additional burden to UK public fund. So
Hmm.
these are the 4 or 5 sector areas where we'll be asking you certain questions, and based on that, you will be through. So it will be not more than 20-25 minute session with the students. And I think, as of now, I don't think so we've rejected any student from Bradford Global as well. So you don't
Yeah,
have to worry about it.
that's great.
You're already in safe hands.
That's true. Thanks for mentioning those credibility tips to our students, who are applying now, who have their offers on hand. Like you said, we have got so many students interested about your university, the University of Hertfordshire, and we are very happy that we are able to help them, and many are in the pipeline. um, well, like you just mentioned about those credibility interview, of course you should know what to expect from the university officials as well as the visa officials while you're processing your visa. I mean, while they are processing your visa, of course those 4 or 5 things like you just mentioned: your intention to study or intention to come to the UK, and the second thing would be information about the program or the university, of course, and other stuff would be your future plans, like what you want to do with that degree from that particular university, from the University of Hertfordshire. What next? Like you now graduate, like you studied there, you got your degree as you planned for, and now what? So you could be doing it in the UK or other countries, or coming back to your home country, or what is the plan? So they should know about it. And of course, the funding is the main part as well. Like you should always be prepared. Your sponsor, let's say your family, or if you are self-funding, of course you should tell them like how you're gonna cover those costs, not just for the tuition but for the living as well, and other insurance and your day-to-day expenses. And of course, you're not going to tell them like you are paying only a semester or a year fee right now, and then you will just see like how it goes. Like maybe you would be planning for part-time work, and covering the tuition for the another semester. So that should not be the plan. So you should be prepared that way. Like Panushar just mentioned, see, like if you are asked your name, you are not going to tell them about where you're from, right? So even though in that way, like you could be telling that I'm going to India rather than going to the UK. So you should not be you should not be distracted. You should be focused on what you are going to tell them. What's our plan? What is your plan like? So I think those are the very golden tips to our students. Without that, they will not be successful
Yeah.
for university and UK visa as well. And please add more.
Uh, yeah, I'll tell you. I call credibility interview. Now they
Mhm.
will all smile as well when I say this word. I tell credibility interview as a KISS, KISS. Keep
Mhm.
it short and simple.
Okay, that's so,
Not the
simple, sweet
Yeah,
and
keep it
simple now.
short. Yeah, keep it short and simple is the credibility interview. Your question, your answer should not try. Your answer should not be very vague so that it should not give birth to another question. That's my suggestion. Stay facts and figures. Remain, you should have a clear cut agenda, as you already said. What exactly you want to do? uh, why have you selected this course? Now it is like, I am planning to do masters in artificial intelligence, but I want to work in hospitality sector. That's fine, but in hospitality sector in IT department is the right answer, could be right answer. So, or if I've done aerospace but I want to work in a hotel, is not a right answer. You should be very clear of what career goals. So that's why, coming back, so credibility interview is nothing but it's just trying to find out your intentions. And again, it goes back to the same thing than we started. Everything starts with why and what you want to do. So
Mhm.
for example, if you want to become an IT professional, so try to see, in for my example, I'm just giving you this as an example, that I want to achieve this career goal. So I want to become an IT project leader. To become that, first, then I need to become a senior program developer. Then before that, I will become a program developer. To become a programming developer, then I would be needing these skills. Could be Java, Linux,
C++,
could be
yeah,
Python,
Python, yeah,
everything I
all
know
the
to.
programming,
I
yeah.
and
Mhm.
I'm pick and I will learn these courses. I will
Mhm.
learn these skills from this course, which is advanced computer science, at these many universities. And these universities, out of these universities, I've picked up University of Hertfordshire because it is one of the most experienced computer science school in the UK. The location is really attractive. It is 20-25 minutes from central London. The course content that I'm learning is what I'm looking forward to. I think, so from you started from the career peak point and then you coming back. I think that's what you need to also keep in mind preparing yourself for a credibility interview. It's not a big ghost that you have to be worried. It's a very
Mhm.
simple thing. Once you'll crack it, I'm sure you will smile. And as of now, as I said, we are maintaining 100% visa success rate, thankfully, to our colleagues who put a lot of efforts in maintaining our compliance and quality, and in sending us applications from Nepal, like Bradford College. So you're already in good shape and good hands with them. So be in touch with them, and my colleagues at Bradford College are all equipped and trained to help you out with this. Thank you.
Absolutely. We at Bradford would be very happy to help any future students like we are doing. We've been doing for past 15 years already, and it's
Hmm.
our privilege. We feel good about helping the students, giving them multiple options before giving them a final one, because we believe in like a very holistic approach, in getting their admissions into any programs at any universities they would prefer to. So absolutely, University of Hertfordshire is the top priority for us, and our students are happy. Thanks for those.
Right.
Um, Sir, if you could just mention the UG and PG programs, average English proficiency test requirement, just a little bit. That would be
All
great.
right. So we need, if you are from, I can imagine there are some CBSE boards available as well in
Yeah,
Nepal. So if you're
yeah.
from one of those board, and if you have scored over 65 to 70% in some of the subjects, then you can expect a waiver. If you're from, if you've
Nepal
studied
Education
from,
Board. Yeah,
yeah,
got you.
yeah, then you're not. We need usually 6.0 with no band less than 5.5 for most of the UG courses. And
Hmm.
for PG courses, we again need 6.0 with no band less than 5.5. For
Hmm.
majority of the courses, other than business we need 6.5, and with no band less than 5.5. Healthcare, we again need 6.5 to 7. We also, for journalism and humanity related courses, we need 6.5 to 6.5 with no band less than 5.5. Now, if you're not able to take IELTS, in lieu of IELTS, you can take PTE as well. The
Hmm.
result is available in 3 days. Other than that, if you face any problem, feel free to get in touch with us, because we also entertain few other core test providers.
Hmm.
So we will look into it, and we'll try to help you out wherever it is possible. But as of now, this is our requirement for Nepal. We're trying, but then let's see what best can come down, because I heard that Nepal government has also extended a lockdown, and
Hmm.
taking tests could delay stuff. So we are keeping complete a close eye on the situation. If there will be any change or relaxation in the policy, I think we will get back to you very soon. We are very quick in responding to these kinds of
Yep.
changes, but we will get back to you. See, the idea is that when you come down, the purpose of English proficiency is that most of the students coming down and sitting in the classroom should have almost the same kind of communication level, so that
Hmm.
learning becomes more interesting for them. And that's the reason why we emphasize on having these kinds of stuff. I understand there are a couple of handpicked universities which might be offer a waiver and stuff like that, but
Hmm.
Hertfordshire is slightly careful. They want you to get the best out of the degree. We do not want you to suffer a bit because you are having a bit of a struggle in communication. So it's better to prepare yourself and then apply. However, you can make an application without these tests. We can give you a
Hmm.
conditional letter. If there is a requirement of these tests, it will pop up as one of your conditions on your offer letter. As and when you clear those conditions, we can remove these conditions and make give you an unconditional letter as well. So
Hmm.
do not hold yourself. If you have not taken these SILTS test or any kind of other English test which we need, make an application. It costs you nothing, and just make it, and then we'll try to help you out.
Absolutely, that's a very great advice. And yes, we should not be holding our application plan right now. If we are ready, of course, the students should start. I mean, if the students are ready, they should start applying now through us, and we will help every single student get to the processing. Stage, collecting all the required documents and information. Even though the IELTS or PT or TOEFL or any such proficiency test score is pending, like you said,
Mm.
we can request for the conditional offer, given like all the academic criteria is met with the university admission standard. And once that condition, once that IELTS or English proficiency is met, like over the months to come, let's say we have got some months, like to prepare for. I know, like the situation is different than we had, like for past several past few months in Nepal and even in India. Not They just announced, like they have withheld the test for until next notice for IELTS or such. But like you mentioned, we have online testing system like PT, which is very fast, and uh, those stuff would be helpful. And see, like I believe like this lockdown would not go for that long, unlike we have
Yeah,
in the past. So we
yeah,
should be continuing with our plans, because the September is the big intake, and in most of the UK universities, this is the largest one. Of course, they have every programs to offer to international student, and we just don't want to miss out. We don't want to like miss every single student's interest or intention to go to the UK for their choice of the program. So why don't we start processing now, get a conditional later in such a condition, and prepare ourselves. If it is just a testing score, that could be done in coming months. So that way, we can place it. And also the benefit would be the program might be already filled up, if we just wait and like delay this processing. Yes, Banasar, what would you say that
that's
on that?
you've summed it very well. I think that's the thing. We should not wait because the program seats are getting filled up very
Hmm.
quickly. I think, and I think the reason is because there are two reasons now I see why programs are getting filled up. One
Hmm.
is because the UK has announced a 2 year stay back in the UK post course complete
Hmm.
successful course completion, and the second one is that UK is becoming as one of the safest place to be in terms of health safety and other factors. So I think
Hmm.
based on these two three factors, we are experiencing a high volume of applications, which is we are surprised actually to see this. Honestly speaking, because we thought that there will be a slowdown in interest, but per day application is beyond our capacity these days to manage. So but then let's see, we are also this is our way to help our students out, to
Hmm.
see how we can still help them out. So if they are planning to come down, they should not waste. Now is the time, and they should apply as soon as possible. And you don't have to actually if you want to visit, I don't know if you're allowing students to visit you virtual, physically is fine, but you can also have virtual counseling sessions and stuff like that, where you can actually still take decisions virtually and make an application online, and that should be good with us.
Yeah, like till today we are open, and but we are not sure, like
Good.
if the government stop us, like from the
Yeah.
services, from the office, like for some time. But
Mhm.
yes, like we are very active, like working from home as well, and we are quite quick to reach out to our students in any need, like if they
Mhm.
need any information regarding any programs or the university application process and all. So we are very active. Our team is very helpful on that, and we are teamed up with such a provision, such a plan. So we are
Mhm.
not away from anywhere. We just like physical, not there in the office, but we are serving our clients or the students as usual, because
Very
we
good.
are getting used to with those virtual things as well. And Banu sir, like
Oh,
we're close to the end of our session, and I have like
thank you.
two question actually for you. Like one thing
Okay.
is about whether you are offering online and on-campus studies this year, or and the next thing is like how long it takes for offers to like get issued.
Well, good questions. Thank you for asking me these two questions.
Welcome.
The first, for to answer first one, UK, we will be allowing students to come on our campus from 17th of May.
Mm-hmm.
So if looking at the current situation, things are improving in a much more faster way in the UK. So we will be most likely we will be offering face-to-face teaching from for September onwards, or if not, from it will be slightly through responded blended learning. But looking at what is happening currently in the UK, I think from 17th of May onwards, universities are deciding to open up their campuses. Hertfordshire is one of them. So hopefully we will be able to maintain that from now on, from 17th of May. So that's a good
That's
news for
great
all
news.
students. If they're coming down, that we will have more face-to-face programs in September. Now the second question is on the offer. How quickly we is the turnaround time. Usually, if the application is straightforward, so our turnaround time is less than 48 hours.
Hmm.
In case you experience any kind of possible delays, feel free to contact your academic counselor at Bradford Global, and they are always after us chasing up for your offer. If there is
Yeah,
a delay, and I'll try to find out what's the delay, and I'll try to get it done quickly for you. But we are experiencing a huge volume, so it will be prudent that you make a quick application, because when we'll come down to May end and June, that would be the peak recruitment time and the
yeah,
applications. So even if one of your two or three kind of, if you need 10 documents and you think four or five are still missing from your list, do not wait for that. Make an application. You will get a conditional letter. As and when you meet those conditions, we keep removing those conditions until it becomes unconditional, and we'll offer you an unconditional letter thereafter.
absolutely. That's true. And that's one beauty, about working with you and your team, yourself and Anjali ma'am and a whole team. They are very responsive. They are quite supportive, to every single application that we make, that we submit to your office. So yeah,
Yeah.
our
Thank
experience
you.
is within 48 hours, so we get the response, we get the offer letters. That is helping actually. The good news is our NOC, that Education Minister of Education Department NOC, which offer us which issues the novice letter to students who are choosing abroad for studies. They are still issuing the NOC letters if they have offers on hand for the UK. I know some
Good.
of the countries they have closed for, but at the moment, luckily we have UK. Maybe I've been popping up the news from BBC that almost the 65 percentage of the adults in the UK have been vaccinated, and those are 33 plus million people, and they are now looking to 22 million people, adult people, that is over 20, age of 20, to get vaccinated over the coming weeks as well. Like you said, for the same reason, maybe your university and other universities are going to be open after end of May, or let May 17th you mentioned, so
Yeah.
that's the good news. And of course the students, the international students, are also going to get the vaccine when they are in the UK as well, and when their turn is, when they have the age criteria coming.
Yeah.
So this is everything about changing world but improving world, and there is no point we should stay back, or stay behind and just look the situation unfolding. But this is the time to make application, and like you said, even though you do not meet all the conditions for the offer, you still get the offer, because you are securing your securing your seat at the university. And in the meantime, with that offer letter, though you have the conditions mentioned on the offer, you can still process the non-objection letter at the university, at the Ministry of Education in Nepal. That means you can secure it for sending the initial deposit after, when you are required to pay. So this is the great news, and thanks for making it possible, because those conditions, if you had just mentioned everything should be unconditional, then that would not be possible. Thanks for analyzing those situations and helping the students and ourselves. And quickly, one last question, I just want to mention to our students, or the viewers, how much is the tuition per year, for bachelors and masters?
So, good question. So, the bachelor's tuition fees per year is £13,450 per year. And the master's tuition fee is, it varies. It could be for non-placement program, it is £13,950. For placement program, it is £14,850. And there are certain programs which could be slightly more expensive than that, could be around £16,800. MBA program is around close to £14,950 as well. So
Mhm.
these are the tuition fees that we are offering for September 2021. And as I said, that if they make a comparison with other UK universities and with other universities around the world, and even with Australia and the US, they'll find that we are, and even with India, they'll find that we are one of the most reasonably priced universities. So, in short, Hertfordshire is equal to great location. We are great price. We are excellent employment opportunities, plus great quality of education as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, I have just like embraced the tuition, like you just mentioned, like, we have bachelor's as well as postgraduate programs, which could be embraced between 13,950 to 15,000 yearly. And with a discount, like you said, early bird discount 1,000, or it could be other scholarship if there is any funding available. So still very affordable. Like we talked so much about the university, the history, the program recognition, and that achievements and the students like benefits, the facilities. I believe this is the best pricing that we could offer.
Yeah.
We could offer.
All right. So thank you so much for inviting me today. It
Hmm.
was a real pleasure talking to you and to your colleagues and to all your students who are listening to us. And hopefully, if you need any help, as I again said, please feel free to contact my colleagues at Bradford College, in Nepal, and start your application soon. We're looking forward to welcoming you all in September 2021 and helping you out and meeting you all. Thank you so much for inviting me today. Thanks once again.
It's our great pleasure, and of course, I was, uh, very excited when you said you still join us in today's show and help our applying students and potential students who are talking about who are thinking about studying in the UK and choosing the best universities. And of course, Hertfordshire has to offer a lot of programs to them, and this could be one of them. So even though you are not so well today, you manage the time, and then uh, gave that gesture to us today, and we are very happy, and we are very grateful to your support and all this valuable information which has been shared in this platform to our viewers, to the students who are very valuable to us, and all the channel partners that are supporting us. So this has always been a great pleasure of us working with you and your team, Banu sir. We look forward
Same
to
here.
giving you more and more good news about students' application and their increasing interest for the University of Hertfordshire, and definitely it will be. And thank you
Thank you.
for all your support to myself, to my team, and everybody. Yeah, we look forward to working more closely with you. All right.
Thank you.
Stay safe,
Thank you
and
so much.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, talk to you soon.
All right. All right, then. Thank you.
Okay, bye. Dear viewers, that was a great session by our special guest today, Mr. Bhanu Kausik, who is the director of University of Hertfordshire, and it's located very close to central London, and 20-25 minutes away from there. As you can see on the picture right now, this is our office in New Bannister Chowk, which you can find our top seven and eighth floors on the a new building. And on the old building we have that at the top floors. So please feel free to come and see us when it is time to come to visit our office, means like, because I know there is a lockdown in Nepal. As I hear from my place here in California, I feel I feel very sorry that like the situation is worsening due to the COVID in Nepal and in India as well. Please take this advisory about wearing a mask and following social distancing. If you have to go outside per necessary for the for the things that you must do, must go outside your house, only for those reasons you could please make a plan. Otherwise, stay home and stay safe, because we must defeat, we must control the virus, be safe, and save our surroundings as well. Let us know how we are doing, and how we can help you better. And with that same note, we want to thank you again for attending our show today. And I hope you have got the information as you need, as you wanted. And if you need any more details about anything about the university, the program, about our services, please feel free to visit us or contact at these numbers. And we are happy to provide any information regarding your study plans in the UK or the US, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. Yeah, for your information, we have more than 250 institutions that are directly partnered with. Um, that's why you have multiple options, many choices on your table. Just let us know where and which program, how much the tuition and the scholarships, the locations that you want to go for. All right. Thank you again, guys. And I want to thank you so much for watching us live today. And again, I would like to request you, please don't go outside your house, at least for some weeks, as the government has just announced that curfew somewhere in different times, and some kind of restriction on the public services or some private businesses. Yeah, stay home, stay with your family, stay your near ones with your near ones, and yes, your safety is our um, prime concern, like ours. We feel safe, and you should feel safe. Yeah. All right. Wear a mask, and good night. Good night from my side, and good day for you.